We grew up outside of Chicago. My dad was a self-made guy. He loved being Jewish, and he loved Jewish charities, and he loved fundraising, and so I grew up in that milieu my entire life. When I was 16, I went on a project with the Jewish Federation, and we worked with all sorts of different agencies, Jewish agencies around the city of Chicago, and I looked at it from someone from the outside looking in. And I don't think in my life I ever expected to make a call to Jewish Family Service.
Jewish Family Service offers the community a place for compassionate and confidential care when life throws up a challenge, whether that's big or small. Through some of our programs like emergency financial assistance and our food pantry, we serve as a safety net for the community.
We had a medical problem in our family, and it threw us for a loop, and it happened quickly, and it almost broke us. There was 1 month we didn't have enough to make our utility bills, and I've paid for other people's utilities in my life. I never thought I'd be in that position. And Jewish Family Service paid our utility bills. As my wife was preparing to enter the workplace, we were struggling with trying to figure out childcare. And it was the same thing. It was in a counseling conversation with Jewish Family Service. And they suggested J-Camp. And I was like, it's honestly nothing we can afford. And they encouraged me to apply for a scholarship.
One of the main core values that guides Shalom Austin is Kehillah, community. Providing assistance for these kids and their families to attend camp and have this experience is so transformative and so meaningful.
My kids going to J-Camp brought Judaism into our house. They drive Shabbat dinner now, they drive the candles, they drive the songs, they drive the feelings, they drive the mindfulness and the time we put aside for it. This wouldn't have been possible if my kids weren't at J-Camp this summer, and this wouldn't have been possible without Jewish Family Service, and this would not have been possible without the greater Austin Jewish community.
The annual campaign makes everything we do possible. 90% of our budget comes from the annual campaign and from the caring community that donates to that campaign year after year.
I have to tell you, it was not easy taking money from the Jewish community. It was something that always flowed in the opposite direction in my family. And the epiphany came with realizing that this is why my dad gave to the Jewish community. This is why he sacrificed for the Jewish community. When I used to ask my dad how much he would give to charity, he would say, you always have to give enough tzedakah so that it hurts. You have to feel it. And that struck me. And so this is my opportunity to honor my father and to honor his spirit of tzedakah, which was in his DNA. And so to be able to give back to the Jewish community, in 2020, I can't write a big check. I'd love to. I hope you do. But what I can do is I can share my story, and I can share how we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Jewish community. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for JFS. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Shalom Austin. And that every little bit you do helps, and it helps people of all walks of life. It helps Jews of all walks of life.